Connection lost, reconnected. It says it's connected. Hey everybody, it is Karla with Karla's Clever Crafts. Getting on here tonight, we're going to do a tutorial on a patriotic wreath. It's going to be a primitive or Americana style. We're going to be using this wood star that I have. It has darker reds, lighter reds, darker blues, and lighter blues. So it gave me like the primitive vibe or the Americana look. So we're going to design around that. And then it also has, looks like the wood is marred and has like this beige in the background. So we're going to be using this primitive flag ribbon. And then we're going to also be using this, I don't need it. We're going to be using this blue star ribbon that also has the beige or natural background like star or flag ribbon. And then we're going to be using this 1.5-inch ribbon that has both the stripes and the stars. The 1.5-inch ribbon came from Craft Outlet. And I believe the flag ribbon also is at Craft Outlet. It's a 2.5-inch. And then the blue star ribbon is a 2.5-inch. So yes. Okay. We're going to start off and do our base with this red and white check mesh. I did also get this mesh at craftoutlet.com. This is a fabric mesh. So that's what we're going to be using when we make our base. We're going to use a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. I have already pre-wired it with the pipe cleaners. I have 12 pipe cleaners on the outside 2 rings and then 6 pipe cleaners on the inside 2 rings. So when I wire my frame, I do one section at a time. So a section is in between the 2 crossbars here. I put one in the middle of the section on the inside 2 bars. And then I come to the outside and put 2 on the outside 2 bars, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in from the crossbar. Once you do that, you'll have 3 per section. There's 6 sections, gives you your total of 18. Hey, Shannon. Okay, so I'm going to move our sign and we'll go ahead and get started. I am going to do the base with a Klever Petal, which is my own mesh method design that I just came up with in these last couple weeks. So to make this petal, we have, this is 10-inch mesh. You can also do it with 21-inch mesh. We're going to be working with the 10-inch today. I don't have enough colors in the 21-inch, so I'm hoping to get some more of that ordered soon so I can do some more 21-inch mesh. But I have cut these pieces to, it actually looks like this is 20 inches long. So Shannon got the 20 here. I'm going to fold from the bottom left up to the top right. And I have some fraying on my mesh here, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim that. Okay, when I match my corners up, I just put a clip there to kind of keep it in place. And then the side, you have one side that's curling up, one side that's curling down. We want to start with the side that's curling up, fold in, keeping this bottom part down here lined up. Bring the tip over to where this line goes underneath the mesh. And then I'm just going to hold it here and I'm going to hold where this tip is and turn it over. Do the same thing on this side. Keep the bottom lined up. I fold my tip just short of the edge. And then we're just going to scrunch in the middle. And take off our clip. And then we have a Klever petal. Now, depending on how you lay this in, this side kind of does like a curl down and then this side does like a curl up. So you can do it whichever way is your preference. I'm going to do it with this little bit of curl up. It's more noticeable depending on the mesh type you're using. It's less noticeable with this fabric mesh, but with some of the metallics and stuff, it is more noticeable. Okay, so I'm going to just work first on these outside 12 pipe cleaners. Not going to be adding anything to the 6 on the middle yet. Do you like the 20? Yes, I do. I like it very much. I think I like it better than the 18 or the 16. It's doable. I completely stopped doing 16. I felt like that was too short and was leaving too many raw edges exposed. Okay, so we're going to do one more. Okay, so again, we have just a rectangle, 10-inch wide mesh cut to 20 inches long. We're going to fold the corner up, put a clip on it. Oops. Fold the curled up side first. Line up the bottom. Bring the tip over to the line underneath. Hold your bottom. Well, actually, I'm going to clip off this piece of fray first. Hold your bottom and your tip and turn it over. Now this side is curling up. Repeat the same thing. Fold in, keeping the bottom lined up. Bring your tip almost to the edge and then just scrunch kind of in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to go around the outside 12 pipe cleaners with these Klever petals, all made using the same type of mesh. And then I just press down there in the middle. Now in my crumple holder over here, I have the rest of these pre-made for us. So I'm just going to pull them out and put them in. And then once we go all the way around the outside with our petals, we'll add some ribbon tails. Now at this point you can see quite a bit of exposed frame in between the petals, but that's okay. We're going to take care of that because we're going to put cruffles on the top. We're going to make a whole second layer using these 6 inside pipe cleaners. How has your all's day been today? I feel like I accomplished a lot today, so that means I've had a really good day. Don't forget, guys, if you comment, you will be entered to win my Easy Bow Maker. For every video that you comment on between now and June 15th, whether it's live or replay, either one, you get 1 entry per video for commenting. And then on June 15th, I will do the drawing to find out who our winner is. Even if you just say hi or something like that. I want to make sure that everybody also knows I have on Friday a special event. If you've been on my page, you probably already know, but just in case, I'm doing a special event with Teresa at Beautiful Unique Boutique Krafts, and we're going to be doing giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. Hi, Lavita. How are you this evening? So if you guys can make it, it's Friday at 7 p.m. and it's on both Facebook and YouTube. And I think I have finally figured out how to get my Instagram to work for streaming. So I may be live on Instagram as well. That one's still in the test phase. But definitely Facebook and YouTube. And then I also have a tutorial I'm going to be doing coming up. Probably it's going to be this week, I think. I have actually found a way to stop fraying. You're a newbie, Michelle. Well, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I found a way, believe it or not, I'm not going to use the word stop, but I'm going to use the word significantly reduce the fraying on your mesh. I've been testing out a couple products and I found one that works really, really good. I was even able to pull on the strips, these outside strips of mesh on these petals that are exposed. I was able to pull on it until the point that the wreath moved and it still did not come loose. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that because I think that's going to be very helpful to a lot of us. I was honestly shocked at the result. I did not expect the result that I got. Oh, looks like I missed one. Did I really not cut enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I did not. Hold on just a second. I'm going to grab one more piece of this. Okay, so you get to see the Klever petal made one more time, since I can't count. Seems to be a reoccurring theme. Be good for any, yes. Yeah, I said the poly burlap because that's what I actually tested it on. And but you're right, it will work on any edge, including how you see me keep trimming this fabric mesh because we have this frame. It will work on that. It will work on metallic mesh. I think Shannon's right. I think it would work. I haven't tested it on every mesh type, but I think it would work on any. It really was amazing. Shannon, have you received yours yet? Shannon and I were working together to test out some products, so that's why she knows what I'm talking about. She came up with the idea during one, I can't remember if it was her live or my live, but during one of our lives, to test out products and try to find something that would work. And we actually found one I'm very thrilled with. You are good. You have not seen this method before. Well, that is because you're new to my page and I literally made this up myself. And I just did so, I think about 2 weeks ago. I think it's been about 2 weeks since I came up with this petal. And I call it the Klever petal because that's what everybody suggested since my page name is Karla's Clever Crafts. So that's why you haven't seen it before. You can do it both with 10-inch mesh, which is what I'm using tonight, but you can also do it with 21-inch mesh. And I'm going to have some tutorials showing that in the very near future because I'm honestly most excited about the fact that we can use 21 mesh to do this. And I think get way more coverage out of one roll of 21-inch mesh than we ever did previously. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do my ribbons around. Normally when I design, and those of you that watch me a lot, I normally do 4 different ribbons, but tonight I am sticking with just 3. What we're going to do first is we're going to do 1 in each of these outside 12 pipe cleaners. So I'm just going to start with the flag. And when I do my ribbons, I just scrunch in the middle. I keep my folded edge on the outsides edges down, or I'm sorry, the wired edge folded down. Pull it back towards myself and line up my ends. And then I'm ready to stick it straight down in to my pipe cleaner. Pull it and twist it 3 or 4 times. I snip mine off, leaving about a half of an inch there, and then I fold that inside and squeeze it so that my ribbons are really tight. And then I just push up on the inside of my ribbon here next to my pipe cleaner to kind of give it a curl, and then just kind of curl the tips so it kind of fans out. Okay, and I'm going to do this one, the 1.5 inch in the middle. I think I got all three of these ribbons at Craft Outlet, but it is possible that one of these two may have come. I bought some supplies off another wreath maker, so it's possible that they may have been in that. But I think I ordered them from Craft Outlet. I've had them for a little while, so I'm not 100%. Okay, so now we're going to do the star. And since we're only using 3 different ribbons, we're just going to repeat this pattern all the way around the outside. Okay, so now we're back to the flag. And just remember, when you're scrunching these ribbons up the middle, try to keep that outside and inside edge folded down. Because if you want your ribbons to do the arch look that I described, it helps with that if those edges are down. So I'm getting excited to get out the fall. It just got there. I think you will always use it on poly burlap for petals, flower designs too. I will use it on others if it's spraying. I agree. I'm going to be a big user of it, Shannon. I won't have to worry so much because I've always, if you follow me any amount of time, I have always been hide the cut edges kind of person. I do very few designs, but then I came up with this petal and it has cut edges. And I'm like, well, if I come up with a petal, I've got to come up with a way to fix that. So, but before this, I always used design methods where the cut edge was hidden. So a lot of my designs were cruffles or like poof method with cruffles on top, or just anything where I could hide the edges. But with this new product, I think I might experiment more. It will also work good on those angel wings. Okay, yeah, this one's next. So you guys check back because that tutorial will definitely be this week. And I think you guys are gonna, if you make wreaths, no matter how many you make, if you make wreaths and you hate fraying, you're gonna really wanna learn about this product. I don't want to give it away just yet because I want everybody to come back and watch my video. And I'm going to demonstrate what I did so that it worked, or how I did it. I'll probably even try it on, hi Kelly. I'll probably even try it on a couple different product mesh types before I do the live, so that I can show you guys the results with more than one type of mesh. Did you guys have a good Memorial Day weekend? My brain is not wanting to remember my pattern tonight. Now you could do a design using only these petals, and it actually um, comes out, depending if you're using a really thick mesh, maybe not, but if you're using a thinner mesh, um, I did a design that was even thin enough to be used for storm doors. It was thinner mesh than this fabric, though. I'm not sure about this fabric mesh. So there's a lot of possibilities with it, but since it's so new, I just hope everybody will experiment with it and let me know. Your tree fell on your fence, thankfully not your trailer. You were alone. Kelly, I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, mine was good. My weekend was good. I did a lot of work. Um, but my son, my stepson, they actually had a tornado go through by their house, and it knocked down like humongous trees and stuff on their camper, and then also on their kids' playground, their brand new playground, and you put 4 petals in each. Yeah, yeah. If you put that many petals, then I don't think we could do a storm door. It'd be too fluffy. Yeah, they've already though. Everybody kind of came together in the family and helped him out, and so they've already got most of it cleaned up. The only issue now is fighting with the insurance company to see about what they're going to do about the damage. His basement also flooded, so that was not good. I know why I'm getting confused. I'm used to working with three ribbons. Now, when you do cruffles on the top of this, though, then there's no way that this could be a storm door friendly wreath. Also, the thicker meshes. Hi, Teresa. Welcome from North Carolina. I am in West Virginia. That's a good idea. Everybody could share where they're from. I think it's amazing how that we can all get together and craft together from basically across the world. Technology has sure come a long way. Yes, fortunately they weren't home, Kelly. So I am glad to. I'm glad that they're because their babies are little. Ellie just graduated preschool, and Nash is only 2, or maybe he just turned 3. So I'm glad they weren't even home because that would have been rough. Texas, that is awesome. So we're spread out all over the place. Okay, this is our last ribbon on the outside 12. So we'll get ready and work on our second layer now. Okay, so to do our second layer, we need to pull the 6 pipe cleaners that are on the inside out here to the outside. So what I do is I just reach in between my pieces of mesh and pull them to the outside. And this is what is going to fill in the gaps that we can still see in the frame. So once we do this step, you won't see those anymore. Make sure when you pull them out, you pull them straight out from where they're attached. So that way everything is spaced evenly and uniform. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have them all pulled out. And we're going to be using, I have some new people with me, so I shouldn't have done, I'm going to undo my cruffle and I'm going to redo it because we do have new people on here. I'm using this red, blue, and white poly burlap mesh. This check poly burlap is one of my favorites, especially to use on top of my designs. So to do my cruffle, I just fold over this first edge and then I roll it 1, 2, 3 times. And then I turn the curl away from me and repeat the same thing on the other end. My Krafts, this is 10-inch wide mesh. It's cut to 18 inches long. Okay, and then I take my 2 curls and turn them face down and then just scrunch little small sections at a time up the middle. Pinch the 2 sides together and take my clip off so it looks kind of like a bow. Then when we put these in, I'm going to put my finished edge to the right and the left for this top layer. Okay, and we're just going to do 6. Repeat the same thing all the way around. And so I have them all made up for us over here on the side to make it go a little quicker. If anybody, I know I only showed you one crumple, but I have lots of videos on YouTube and on my Facebook showing how to do the crumples. It is one of my favorite techniques. Now my own technique has to be my top favorite though, right? Oh, thank you so much, Teresa. Okay. So, and I also, when I lay these in, I just kind of like make these edges so they just kind of bump up against each other, like in between. I thought that this check poly burlap also went good with the Americana theme that I was trying to achieve with this. So we got the buffalo check and then the check burlap. Okay, and our last one. And you can see how this fills in all the way around the wire frame underneath. So it makes it so that we can't see it. Now there's a couple places, because this is see-through mesh, that you can still see through. Once we add our ribbons, you won't even see that, which you can barely see through it anyway. But you're not going to see any of the frame once you add the ribbons. Okay, so tonight I'm going to do 3 ribbons, which I learned from Miss Shannon, who's hanging with us tonight. I'm going to do my star on the bottom and then my flag. And I'm going to make those in the shape of an X. And then I'm going to take this 1.5 inch ribbon and lay it straight across the middle. And just scrunch up the middle till we have, I'm not sure what to call that. So anyway, it will look just like this. Okay, and then we're just going to lay it straight down in any one of the 6 pipe cleaners. We're just working on these 6 now. I'm going to twist it 3, 4, 5 times, whatever you're comfortable with. And I do the same thing on the top I did on the bottom. I leave about 1/2 inch here and fold it down inside. And then I squeeze this to make sure my ribbons are nice and secure. And then I'm just going to try to fan out my ribbons here the way that I want them to lay. Maybe I should have made my X a little smaller. Okay. All right, so blue, flag, and straight across the middle. And I'm trying to keep my edges here as close as I can to being lined up. So we're almost done. Okay, to our next one. I'm going to try something a little bit different to see if it works better for me. It is one of your favorites ever. Yes, I really like it too. I actually just ordered this one. So I've used it on one other wreath. This is my second time using it, and I love it too. I can't remember what type of material this is, but it is awesome. Okay, so this time I'm going to try a little different. Because remember how I told you guys I like when I scrunch, I like my outside wired edges to go down. I was having trouble getting it to do that with putting all 3 ribbons in at the same time. So I'm going to do 2. Then I'm going to do this one. So that way I can get it to lay the way I want. I'm just going to open it back up, stick it straight across. So it's still going to be laying the same way. It just enabled me to make sure my wired edges are going down. So you could do them 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, just whatever you're comfortable with and whatever works for you. Just remember when you're learning from other people that you don't have to do everything their way. You know, you can take and learn from them and then implement your own what works for you best. Okay, yeah, that works for me. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to give this like a half a twist. Scrunch my ribbon that goes on top. And I don't need to bend it or do any of that because it's just going to lay straight across. Open this back up, put it straight across, and now I can just tie it. It takes me maybe a second longer, but it's just more comfortable for me in my comfort zone. Because then I can get my little arch that I like in my ribbons. I was struggling to get them to do that. I got to go out and work in the garden when we're done. I need to, my beets have come up and my carrots have come up and my corn is getting big. I need to go thin my vegetables out. Oh, shoot. Started thinking about my garden and got in a hurry and forgot to add my other ribbon. So I'll probably just be doing maybe 1 more patriotic design, possibly 2. I'm hoping to move on into fall soon. I'm going to probably be wrapping up summer and patriotic and beach and all that stuff. And get all that stuff put away and then pull out my fall. So we got 1 more ribbon bundle to do. What do you guys think with the 3 ribbons on top as opposed to just 2? This isn't angel wing, it's patriotic. Hi, Linda. Oh, I forgot to change the title of my video. I just now see that. I did the angel wing last week. I actually have 2 different tutorials for that are on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. I am so sorry that I forgot to change that. But I do have the angel wing tutorials that are on there. I think they were the last 2 that I did. And if you want the links to them, you just comment here and let me know, and I'll send you the links so that it's easy for you to find them. Okay. So, all right. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. I like the primitive type look with some of the darker blues and the beige and natural color backgrounds. Okay. Oh, let's talk about how I'm attaching my sign. I glued on my 3M, never can remember the name of these things. I keep calling them sign attachers, but I know they have a proper name. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Kelly. So I use these little attachers that have holes on 4 sides, and I just glued them onto the back of my sign. I use DAP Rapid Fuse to do that with. It is a permanent hold similar to E6000. The difference is E6000 takes 24 hours to set up. This takes 30 minutes to cure. So it's awesome stuff. I've attached 3 of them. And so I'm just going to position how I want my sign on here. And then I'm going to take these pipe cleaners that I fed through those and just work my way down to the bottom through the pieces of mesh. I do find that the Klever Petal is easier to go down in between because you can literally just go between 2 of them. And then I'm going to wrap around 2 of the rings on the wire frame to attach it. And I'm going to pull it snug, but not pull it so tight that it mashes down to the back of the wreath. You know, we don't want it to sink way down inside our wreath. We want it to kind of float on top. Okay, so now I just need to do the same thing on the other 2 sides where I put my pipe cleaners. Absolutely, I will send you the links for those. As soon as I'm done, I will send you those. Thank you so much, Lori. And since I goofed up and didn't change the name of the video, the title, I'll just post it in there for everybody. I did part 1 and part 2. So the white angel wings are part 1, and then the pink are part 2 if you want to watch them both. Thank you, Miss Shannon. I got this off of Amazon. I actually got it last year though, but they probably still have it. Sometimes on Amazon, if you watch and look on there for signs, you can find some really good deals. I think I only paid like $5.99 or something for this sign. Sometimes their signs are outrageous on there, but other times you can find a good deal. My allergies are kicking in. I hope I don't lose my voice. We're almost done though, so should be good. I'm going to turn this over and show you guys this last one, how I attach it, since we also have new people here. Okay, so I've got my 2 pipe cleaners that I fed down through. I've got one of them going around this ring and one around this ring. That's what I mean when I say I'm going to go around 2 of the rings. And then I just crisscross them and I twist a bunch of times. Just keeping it kind of snug because we don't want our sign shifting and sliding all over the place, just the same as we don't want it to sink too far down in our wreath. And I'm just going to twist these out to the end. And then I take them and I go around one of these rings and I just wrap this because the ends of these, even though we're using pipe cleaners, are still sharp. They're still wires. And we don't want to scratch our doors or poke ourselves or poke somebody else. So I push the pointed sharp edge up inside. So that way, if you go like this, there's no sharp edge. And that's what it looks like from the back. Okay, guys, that's it. We've got another one done. I really, really love this mesh. What do you guys think of that poly burlap check mesh? They have it in different colors. They have red, white, and blue. They have red and beige. They have pink and cream. I use all the colors. Hi, Miss Linda. Okay, guys. Well, if no one has any questions, I will go ahead and let you go. We are all finished with this. I'll post a picture of it. I think I have enough daylight here that I can probably do it this evening. So I'll try to get that done. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, and I will drop those angel wing links. And again, I'm very sorry to those of you who thought that that's what I was working on since I didn't choose the title. I'll get that fixed as soon as possible. All right, guys, have a good night. I have no idea how to end this on Instagram.